So much of it for Johnny Clayton in that previous game, Paul. A 3-1 win against Adam Lipscomb, the world number 5, safely through.
Yeah, safely through. I think at times he did have to scrap, but we know that the Ferret can do that. But his 3-1 victory will be defined by how he finished in set 4. Finishes at 145, 135 on the bull, and a 95 at the end on double 19. Shows that he is capable of getting the job done even when he's not in prime form over the last couple of months. He'll just be happy to be through.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome back to the action. The Paddy Power World Darts Championship, brought to you by the PDC and coming to you live on Sky Sports from the Alexandra Palace, London. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, the newly crowned A and Z Premier League champion, the winner of the European Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been a World Championship finalist and the former World Cup champion. Time to meet the Wizard, Simon.
Well, it's not a bad CV, is it, that John McDonald just read out for the man about to make his way to the stage, Simon Whitlock. That iconic appearance never changed since he played in the World Final 15 years ago. The long dreadlock ponytail, the big bushy beard, the man from down under who has won the World Cup, has won the European Championship, has been to the final here at the World Championship and got here by winning the Premier League over in Australia and New Zealand, a new concept, and he rolled back the years to win it. But the man alongside me, Paul Nicholson, knows him very well because you almost won the World Cup with him. Runners-up yourself back in 2012.
You say that I know him pretty well. You used to live with him, Murph, at one time in your life. He has run an open door policy for people coming to England from Australia and New Zealand over the years to help them on their quest to come here. But he's got to help himself tonight. It's not about anybody else, it's not about his country, it's about him. Because I have a sneaky suspicion this could be the last time we see him here.
England taking part in his 3rd World Championship. The winner of 2 Challenge Tours and a televised quarter-finalist. Time to meet the sniper, Connor Scutt.
Connor Scutt determined to enjoy himself on the walk-on. Still at the edge of the walkway and he's trying to pump up the crowd. Welcome to the jungle. It's the song of choice for the sniper. He is in his 3rd World Championship. Has built a reputation for consistent play on tour. He's a strong soarer when he settles down. Doesn't mind playing big name. Big reputations, and a bit like Simon Whitlock, he's a real thinker about the game, isn't he? They don't leave anything to chance, these two.
The one thing we know about Connor, apart from the fact he's got a lot of talent, is that he's very creative when it comes to taking legs different ways. But what can he do in his 3rd visit to the first round of the World Darts Championship? He hasn't lost the first round game yet. In fact, he hasn't lost a set in his previous 2 first-round matches. That bodes badly for the 56-year-old who has lived all over the world. Spends a bit of time in Thailand when he's chilling out, which is usually on his way back to his beloved Australia. But like you've already mentioned, he lives on the south coast in Hampshire, and the south of the country in England is where Connor Scutt is from. He's from Surrey. Ranked 50th in the world, so not really under any tour card pressure this time around. He would just like to get to the 2nd round for the 3rd consecutive year.
Yeah, 29 years of age. It is a game for the darting hipsters, this one. Both players are what you might call tungsten tinkermen. They have crafted their equipment perfectly. Simon Whitlock is in his little shed at the back of his house, made sets of darts from scratch. He's carved dart points out of things like screws, Allen keys. Really is a sort of DIY darting icon. And Connor Scutt's kind of followed suit. You will see, or I will tell you, that the flights that he uses are very, very rare because they only have 3 fins to them, those of Connor Scutt.
Yeah, 3-wing flights, something that other people have tried, but Connor Scutt has owned that bit of tech. But the curious thing about this fixture for Scutt, as he starts with 96, is that the first time we really got to know him at the now Motor Super Series, the darts he was using was Simon Whitlock darts. He now has his own brand of stuff, but it's the same sort of shape as the ones he was using when Simon had his name on them.
Yeah, and Simon using darts nothing like that in this match. Hasn't been for a while, but these ones are doing quite well. You can see how roughed up the points were there, Paul. He really does like to try and grip the dartboard. There was controversy about it for a while because people felt that his points were damaging dartboards.
He's back to damage a few more dartboards, that's for sure. Now that he's back in this World Championship, he will not want to leave with a whimper. He would like to be back before Christmas to have a go at Gary Anderson, who indeed was the last person to beat him on this stage 2 years ago. So there's a possible revenge match between the old foes of Anderson and Whitlock, but Connor Scutt would like to stop that from happening.
100.
Well, that 100 from Scutt gets him down to 185 on throw. 12 darts thrown for Scutt. Whitlock's chucked 9. He's on 220. Should be on a finish first here. All he has to do is stay straight. He has with his first 2 darts, stepping across us. He will do quite frequently in this game. Does stay straight, but only 60.
185 for Scutt. What's his target in his own mind? Is it to leave tops? He's got 60 and a bull. And he's got a treble 17. Talk about creative. 161 to lead double 12, and Whitlock's on 160 to take the first leg. Not going to get it. Darts are going in the board for Whitlock. Very punchy.
60.
Using luminescent flights and stems and black darts, which are very akin to his friend Gigi Mathers, who has played on this stage before. But it's double 6 with the last dart for Scutt, and he's got it in the top half for a 1-0 lead on talkSPORT 2. Last game of the day. Remember, we will be back tomorrow. There's another double session on Tuesday.
Yeah, Scutt holding throw in the opening leg there.
Yeah, the ANZ Premier League, which Simon Whitlock won. It was an 8-week campaign all the way around Australia and a little bit of New Zealand as well, hence ANZ, Australia, New Zealand. But Whitlock in the first 7 qualifying weeks did not win one of the nights, but he did enough to get to the playoffs in Brisbane, which is the closest city to where he used to live in the northeast corner of Australia, and then he would win the finals night against
100.
Raymond Smith, someone who has made the last 16 of this tournament before.
And Smith was favourite for that. It was a big win, that, for Simon Whitlock, particularly because Smith had already indicated he wouldn't be playing at Ali Pali. Now, you might think, well, that meant Whitlock definitely would, but that's not how it works, is it, Paul?
Not at all.
He still had to go and win it.
He still, and he did. 3-4-4 Scutt. Can't leave him finish from there, but he's not going to.
85.
85. He'll have to take it with a 1-0 lead so far in legs in the first set. Whitlock with the darts now, who is already roughing up that board. Those points must be super
94.
aggressive.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a close-up of them, and they do look extremely roughed up. Not sure what he's made them out of this time.
Yep, rougher than a Cameron Menzies tablecloth.
42.
Well, Connor Scutt wants a sprint here. He'd like to just race through this match. Simon Whitlock would be more suited to a game of chess, wouldn't he, on the dartboard? Just toying with Connor Scutt,
73.
making him work for it. And that's a good setup from Whitlock, using the ball to leave 115.
He might use the bullseye again on the outshot. In the past, I've seen him go bull.
59.
15 bull on this. Depends on what his opponent leaves. He's left 158, Scott. Let's see what he does, Whitlock.
You were right. It's a 25, though. 90 remaining. Staying on the ball. He fancied that as a guide. Hits a second 25. Down for... Oh, he stayed there again. So he's decided... Yeah, sorry.
158.
My maths was a bit bad then. I thought he was leaving 50. He's left 40. But he did use the ball with every dart. Connor Scutt, though, might make it count for Nouts. Double 19 for a 158. Couldn't quite do it.
Simon, you require
Everybody
40.
with a collective breath, especially the Whitlock fans and followers. Simon on tops for 1-1. Too high by a centimetre. Too low by a millimetre. Double 10 not in. Right on the outside wire. Scutt's got a choice on 38. The split is coming.
6 for 32, double 16. There's the breaker throw. And I have to say, we both know Simon Whitlock very well. We both know his game very well, Paul. And the big difference between now and when he was getting to the latter stages of these big tournaments is the doubling. He used to be such a weapon for him, the key part of his game.
93.
And he just looks much less likely these days.
I think, based on some of the words we've heard from the Whitlock camp recently, is that Simon's starting to understand that old father time is getting the better of him. These experience times that he has now,
100.
things are ticking away and the opportunities are not as plentiful as they once were. I think maybe in 2026 a return to the ANZ Premier League is exactly what's going to happen, because he's defending champion, and next year might be the last time that he has an opportunity to qualify for this.
It has already indicated no trip to qualifying school in 2026 for Simon Whitlock. He will not be chasing a tour card. The only way he could get one would be a mega run here.
I think he's doing the right thing. I think he's had his time as a PDC pro, but he's not had his time yet in the 180 department. That's the first of the game. A little bit more of that, and this set is not over yet. He's got 85 when he comes back. Scutt on 250, brings it down beautifully with his second 140 to save the set. Whitlock 85.
Yeah, certainly did the right thing there. Treble 19 leaves double 14, clips the inside wire, double 7 for Simon Whitlock to stay in this set. Inside wire again. They weren't badly thrown darts, but they haven't gone in, and Connor Scutt has a set-winning opportunity.
Certainly does, but a single 7 on a 110 checkout is not going to help him at all. 25.
50.
Followed by an 18.
Simon requires 7.
Leaves himself on 60. Whitlock's got a tricky-looking 7 checkout. Single 3 the target. That's right in the middle. Double 2. Missed to the right and low. And it's probably a good thing that he missed it right and low, because it left the bed open, and he finds it with dart 3 to keep this first set alive.
Yep, Simon Whitlock roars, he breaks. By the way, I've just had a communication from our talkSPORT 2 colleague, Scott Mitchell, former Lakeside World Champion, who will be part of our coverage during this World Darts Championship. He's had a good look at the Whitlock points. He believes they're made from chainsaw file.
Is he kidding?
Well, he would know.
That's a new one.
He would know.
120.
Yes, our resident farmer here on talkSPORT 2, Scott Mitchell, knows a thing or two about chainsaw files. Who'd have thunk it? Welcome to Darts on the Radio, everybody, where we talk about everything from
96.
tablecloths to chainsaw files and everything in between.
It's certainly been an eventful day. Brendan Dolan
100.
kicked it off in rather serene fashion against a maximum machine in Tavis Dudney, but could not convert that into legs nor sets. 3-1 win for Dolan. Then that magical match between Menzies and Mamby. Menzies been remembered for the wrong reasons after a punch-up with the drinks table. Charlie Mamby landed the knockout blow in that one. Mensah Suljovic also through 3-1 against David Cameron. Peter Wright beating Noelin van Leuven 3-0. Then tonight wins for Max Hopp, Dirk van Duijvenbode in a thriller with Andy Bartons, and you would have just heard Johnny Clayton getting the better of Adam Lipscomb.
And if you are joining us from talkSPORT tonight after that 8-goal thriller between Manchester United and Bournemouth, welcome to Darts on the Radio, where we have plenty of drama left today between Scutt and Whitlock. It's 2-1 in the first set. 2 big 20s, followed by a 25 for Scutt, which is very intelligent. Gets him under 120. You'll get a look at that if Whitlock misses 164. Down for the 19s. No joy in the treble department. He's trying to take the 64 off here with 25 and 20. Does exactly that. Scutt, a set-winning chance on 117. Treble 20 in the top right corner. Single 17 right in the middle for tops. Look at that for a 117. As we go to our first of 2 breaks, Whitlock is down by a set to love, according to the brilliance of Connor Scutt of Surrey on talkSPORT 2.
If you love your darts, whether it's league night, the local, or dreaming of a walk-on anthem, you'll know the right gear makes all the difference. Target Darts are the brand behind Luke Littler's rise. They've been with him from the start, crafting the innovative, high-quality darts he now uses on the sport's biggest stages. And now Target have taken the home setup to another level with the Omni Auto scoring system, instant accurate scoring, and a slick modern way to sharpen your game. So if you want the same equipment trusted by the most electrifying young talent in world darts, visit targetdarts.com and get on target.
It needs to be magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic.
180.
Luke Littler gets on target. Magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic.
180.
Luke Littler gets on target.
YouTube channel which you can come directly into the commentary box on. Good evening. If you're watching us there, make sure you've hit that subscribe button. Simon Whitlock trailing by a set to nil against Connor Scutt, who, it has to be said, Paul Nicholson, is the coolest customer in North London at the moment.
Yeah, he seems to be enjoying this experience. He was even singing along with the 3,500 strong when Angels by Robbie Williams was the rendition. Well, he's got a lot to sing about. I know he didn't play his best in that first set. He only averaged 85, but he was 50% at his doubles, which is 3 out of 6, and that 117 checkout was perfectly timed to take a 1-set-to-love lead.
60.
By the way, we sit in this perfect commentary position, stage left at Ali Pali, pretty much right in line with the edge of the hockey.
134.
And many times I've seen a player stay on stage in the break because they've lost the set and are trying to get something going again. Connor Scutt stayed there for the whole
91.
break despite winning that first set.
Well, one thing that you and I know about Connor is he's borderline addicted to practice. You might as well reword that Robert Palmer song to
59.
I'm addicted to practice, because he's a 6 to 8 hour a day guy. He looks at it like a day job that he can't get enough of. Scutt only got into the tournament because he was number 40 on the qualifying list. 40 players from the top 40 in the world rankings and 40 players from the Pro Tour rankings, and he was number 40.
58.
If he'd lost one more game on the Pro Tour, he might not even be here. But now that he is, it looks like the pressure's off.
Well, he's not showing that the practice has paid off at the start of this
150.
second set. Maybe he wasted those darts. 150 for Whitlock. He's got plenty of time to do it. At least 6 starts at it with Scutt on 2, 3, 4.
50.
Surprised he didn't go 3 bullseyes. He's done it before. Might go 2 bullseyes. He's left 100.
Well, 20 and 19 means Scutt will go for a bullseye. Hits the 25 to leave himself the 170. Simon Whitlock, of course, 15 years ago, was very famous for this finish here, but it's 100 for the Wizard here.
Yeah, he had multiple 170 finishes in World Championships, and he's looking for 2 tops for a ton out.
80.
Wow,
Conor
close.
Uruguay,
First one was in,
170.
second one just underneath, and Scutt's on the 170, and it's on.
Oh, could he? He could.
145.
Already seen it a couple of times today. Scutt
Simon
came close.
Uruguay, 20.
Whitlock needing to settle here.
That's a warning. Scutt missing that 170 by a wire is a warning, and it's been heeded by Whitlock, who hits double 10 very quickly indeed to take a 1-0 lead in set 2. He's going to be competitive in this game.
100.
Based on the evidence that we have right here, his scoring has to improve, and every shot at double he gets is going to be vital.
Simon Whitlock straight in the treble 22, perfectly pitched dart, stepping across the oche as he looks to find his second max of the match. Surprised that Conor Scutt hasn't hit one yet.
And as soon as you say that, he goes and hits one. Mystic Murph strikes again.
Well, that was reverse psychic.
You're quite smug about that, aren't you?
I just knew it was going to happen.
Well.
57.
Well, interestingly enough, the last time Simon Whitlock was winning on this stage, he had to dig deep. He beat Paulo Nebreda of the
93.
Philippines by 3 sets to 2. The difference in the averages between the two of them was 0.02. It was an astonishing game of darts that was won in the last set by 3 legs to 1. Simon was amazing at the end.
128.
Now, 128 for Scutt. Didn't have to go 18s first because Whitlock's back on 204. Creation,
88.
really good. 88, courtesy of 417s down south. And he's got tops when he comes back.
I'm just looking here. This could be brilliant branding, actually, for Conor Scutt, who missed the 170 in the previous leg. One of his sponsors on his shirt is actually called the Big Fish. It's on the back of his shirt. Can't find tops with the first start, does with the second, levels the set.
Third leg is Simon to throw first.
What has Rod Studd started all those years ago? Now everybody talks about a 170 being a rather large thing from the ocean.
Well, Gerwyn Price makes his first appearance of this
96.
tournament tomorrow on talkSPORT 2, and he actually owns the fish and chip shop. I cannot believe he did not call it the Big Fish.
I can't believe he's not better.
140.
Well, I think a lot of people think that it's going to be Price against Littler in the quarters. I think Chris Dobie's going to have something to say about that.
Plays tomorrow as well, live on talkSPORT 2
66.
in the afternoon. Dobie the headline act, Price the headline act in the evening, although Danny Noppert might have something to say about that.
3-6-1 Scutt after 3.
57.
Only 57 via 3 different singles, 20, 19 and 18. With those 3 winged flights. He's on 304 now, Whitlock 339.
57.
And he's done exactly the same as Scutt from the previous visit, 57 indeed.
So a couple of trebles would help Scutt down to a finish. He's got one of them, but
100.
can't find the second.
Tell you what, Murph, that treble 20 department right now looks like it's had a sparring session with Cameron Menzies.
Yeah, Whitlock's points. Well, they tried to ban them, didn't they? They tried to
60.
stop the likes of Whitlock, and there are a few of us using these aggressive points, but in the end it was too hard to police, wasn't it? How could you police it?
It's very hard to police someone who
137.
hasn't got a tour card. And he hasn't even played Players' Championships this season. He's barely played on the Challenge Tour. He played 4 of them at the start of the year, did Whitlock. He made 2 quarterfinals and said, do you know what? I think I've had my fix. I'll go play something else.
81.
So 67 for Conor Scutt to wrestle back the lead in this second set. He's already a set to the good. Went for treble 9, hit a single, 18, adds up to 27 anyway, so it's tops. And it's in tops. And Conor Scutt moves a leg up in the second set and a leg away from doubling his lead in the match.
Yes, Conor is cutting
Game on.
all of the chances away from Whitlock at the minute. He's limiting him to very few darts at a double.
Very interesting action.
91.
Conor Scutt scores 91 with his first visit. He actually brings the dart right back into the bridge between his eye and his nose. It touches his face with the flight.
And he's one of those rare dart players as well. He's quite short in stature, but when he looks at the board, he actually tilts his head backwards. I wouldn't be surprised after a practice session if he's got a bad neck.
Simon Whitlock's always been the same, kind of front-facing, and the dart comes in from the right-hand side until it reaches the middle of his face. Almost like he's lining up with a radar before releasing.
He, like Andreas Harrison, has that long flowing beard, but Simons has been around a lot longer. In fact, he's the only person in darts that can be likened to Gandalf.
He's definitely recognisable from silhouette only, isn't he, Simon Whitlock?
Correct. He's actually got rid of the sideburns on the beard. It's
81.
just all beard now. 293 Scutt. Whitlock marginally better off on 281. He's in trouble in this second set. What is it about Connor Scutt in first games of a World Championship? But that wasn't a good visit from Connor. He's on 248, a chance here for Whitlock, but he can't find the treble 20 at all.
38.
That's not good. Advantage Scutt. He could get this set done in this leg.
Treble 20. Single 20. Staying up there.
100.
Gets down to 148, so he's on a finish. He will have a shot to win the set. Whitlock back on 243. Needs at least one treble. Gets that. Gets a second. Here comes the Wizard Magic.
180.
You said that before he hit that third 60, Myth. And there's going to be no 148 checkout for Scutt. 250 180s in the tournament.
160.
He's done really well there, Scutt, to leave double 16. Whitlock needs 63 to save the set. It's 25 for double 19. And that is classic Whitlock. Talk about creativity. Is there anybody else in World Darts who would even think about doing that? Never mind in a World Championship. It's 2-2.
Oh, incredible. Caught everybody out here at Ali Pali there. But he's levelled up. He's broken back. He now has the darts for the set. He's not going to go quietly here, Simon Whitlock.
Thou shalt not go quietly into the night. On the top of the hill in North London, where it's noisy and warm and where the Wasps come to play.
93.
But it's a one-leg shootout in set number 2, and Scutt did not want that. But he can't scoff at it, can Scutt?
Wizards hit a little bit of a purple patch here.
85.
Only 85. After the first dart, he would have expected more.
Dart players always want more. After a 9-darter, they want another one.
134.
I don't think Scutt's going to be disappointed with that 134. 2 treble 19s down south has got him in a decent position here, but Whitlock is still only a dart behind.
His son Mason watching in the crowd. Speaking of 9-darters, he hit one, didn't he, at the Motor Super Series? Actually filmed a lovely piece with Simon Whitlock reacting to his son's 9-dart finish, which he did the same way as Simon himself did in a Premier League semi-final in 2012.
Indeed. Many Australian fans in the audience. That single one start for Whitlock is a nightmare. He's on 260. He's not going to get to a finish now. Small 20 followed by a small 19. Scutt has 6 darts from 178 to take set 2. Treble 20, treble 18. Down for the 16s, but gets a small 8. That's enough, because he's guaranteed single to double combination at 56 when he comes back.
56. Connie Rakai, 56.
So 16 for tops for Scutt for the set. He's a long way off the double top, double 10. He moves to be in line with the target, and it proved to do the trick as Connor Scutt wins a decider in set 2 and doubles his advantage in the match. The Wizard looking a little bit lost as he leaves the stage, got himself into the position to win the set when he broke in leg 4, but couldn't hold it together with the throw, and Connor Scutt took full advantage. Are we seeing the final flings of Simon Whitlock on the World Championship stage? A former runner-up now has a mountain to climb as he trails Connor Scutt by 2-0 here on talkSPORT 2.
It needs to be magic. It needs to be magic. It Luke Whitlock, get on target. Magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Whitlock, get on target.
Locations across the UK, visit villagehotels.com. And we could be coming to an abrupt end here. Simon Whitlock's stay in the World Championship could be, at least, because Connor Scutt has got out of the gate quickest. He's leading by 2-0 against the iconic Australian Arrows ace. It was a double thumbs up from Scutt as he left the stage, having taken the second set. Whitlock had the darts in the decider but didn't really get going in it, and it's a long way back from here for the Wizard. He knows it can be done because it's been done to him on the Ali Pali stage, but can he find a little bit of the old magic, or is Connor Scutt going to turn this one into a sprint? Paul Nicholson is alongside me, Chris Murphy. Have we got just one more set in this, Paul? Is that how you feel?
Yeah, I think I am feeling that way.
140.
Scutt looks so relaxed. Way more relaxed than the last time I spoke to him, which was at Players Championship 34, when we were referencing the fact that he was in the bubble position to get into the event.
40.
Now that he's here, he is uber relaxed. 3-6-1 start after a 140 first visit, and he's pushing the button. There's another max for him. That's his second. And I've got to ask you the question, Murph. Do you think this is going to be Whitlock's last Worlds?
I think the only route back is to do what he did this year and go and win the ANZ again. That was a monumental effort. He was by no means the best player over the course of the Premier League, but he turned up on the finals night.
Didn't he just?
65.
What a final 7 darts in that tournament. 180, 3 treble 19s and a double 4. Now, why is Connor Scutt rubbing the back of his neck? Has he just been stung by something?
97. Connie required 116.
Is it going to affect him? 116 required, and he has gone wide into the 7, can't finish, but Simon Whitlock certainly can't finish. He's on 310.
30.
Yeah, he's not that good. Nobody is.
I have to say as well, we did mention that Connor Scutt stayed on the stage during the first break. Now, he started really slowly. This time he came off, and he came flying out of the traps.
Funny old game, isn't it?
100.
For Whitlock.
86.
Leaves 210 now. Scutt on 86 can do whatever he wants. That'll do. 54 right in the middle. Double 16. Misses it just a little bit left and high. Left it all open. And now it's a 1-0 lead in the third. And he's doing exactly what he's done the last couple of years. 2024, he beat Krzysztof Kachuk of Poland by 3 legs, 3 sets to 0. in the first round, and last year he beat Ben Robb of New Zealand by 3-0. This is becoming a habit.
43.
He does enjoy first round here at the World Championship. It's going to get harder for him though. Gary Anderson next, and he was pretty good, wasn't he?
Yeah, he wasn't bad. He was tested by Adam Hunt. But maybe Whitlock's not done yet. You referenced he's been put in this position by somebody called Ricky Evans before. I just get the feeling that Scutt's had enough of this game though. That 180 there's his third. He was out of the leg, now he's back in it.
Answering a 180 is one of the greatest kind of bits of the armour that you can have in darts.
140.
The opponent thinks they've got you, and then suddenly you respond with a brilliant maximum in kind.
During that ANZ Premier League, which Whitlock won,
60.
he did have some good comebacks, but they were short course games, best of 9 legs. This is best of 5 sets. 25 start on the 101 for Whitlock, and why is he going 2 double 19s?
Well, he just fancies
That's all
doing
gone wrong.
95.
his own thing. Hit a treble 17 with his last start, double 3 remaining. Now we saw Cameron Menzies implode from this position. I don't expect to see Simon Whitlock
140.
delivering any
Simon requires
uppercuts.
6.
Well, he's looking for the chin of the board, which is the double 3. Just underneath. Be careful, Scutt's on 78. Now he's got 2 blockers underneath double 3. How on earth does he hit this one? Let's find out. He's only gone and done it. What a dart that is! He can see about 30% of the bed, and he hits the top right corner.
He knew what he was doing all along, Paul.
I'm not sure he did.
Your old skipper. What would you be like? You're playing a pairs match and he did stuff like that.
I'd give him a big high five and hurt his hand like I used to.
Well, he does level up the set. He's been, you know, reasonably competitive. To say that he's not played as well as Scutt has in this match. He's been there or thereabouts in the last couple of sets.
Well, if his beard gets any longer, he's going to trip on it. 80 with the first 2 for Scutt, who
99.
started with 58. You don't really want to do that. But what he has done well is he's switched on dart 6 of the leg to leave 344, which means he can leave a finish.
He is a really
100.
advanced counter, isn't he, Connor Scutt? He does think 2, 3, 4 shots ahead.
Yeah, don't call him the sniper. Call him the algorithm. He knows all the
100.
routes off by heart. He doesn't need a calculator. He's got 244 now. Whitlock back on 301.
Single 20 goes low on it, so comes down for cover and finds 2 treble 19s.
134.
Brilliant visit from Whitlock, gets him down to 167.
Small 20 start for Scutt, has to go for cover again. And then
56.
cover on the
Simon
17s.
requires
Troubleless.
167.
Whitlock's got 6 darts from here to be 2-1 up in the third set. 167 for him. Beautiful treble 19 start. Dart 2, 60 right in the middle. Fancies it. Gets it. You will not see a better 167 than that. That was outstanding. Every shot was right in the middle.
Connor Scutt was the first to applaud it as well, but there is that old wizard magic, a break of throw with that stunning 167 checkout to put Whitlock ahead in this third set. He might trail by 2-0, but if he holds here, this game
96.
is going to go to at least the fourth set.
Even Harry Potter would have been proud of that one. My word, what a finish. We've seen 170s times 4 in this tournament, but
41.
arguably, in fact, there's no arguing with it, 167's harder. That makes that finish probably the best, numerically, timing-wise, the best so far in this tournament was
39.
Andy Barton's earlier on with a 142 to save the match against Dirk van Dijvenbode. Ultimately not good enough.
And it's given him the bug as well, you know. You could see him in the back there just geeing himself up.
140.
He wants to make a game of this. And he's just given himself the belief that he still can.
He's definitely got the adrenaline pumping right now. It has to pump. And it will have to keep
58.
going until the very end. That trebleless visit from Whitlock leaves 380. He'll start on 18s next time because Scutt is in front of him
100.
by a good 88 points now after that ton.
Incidentally, that defeat to Ricky Evans in the first round when Whitlock was 2 sets up and 2 legs up, that's actually the last time that he's been beaten in round 1 at Ali Palace.
29.
That was 2016.
That does not seem like 10 years ago. My word.
A couple of second round defeats, but that's kind of been his limit, really. 1 fourth round run in 2020. behind closed doors, but before that, before 2015, semi-finals, quarter-finals, semi-finals, third round, runner-up. Simon Whitlock knows how to play this game. He knows how to do it on this stage, and that fourth 180 puts him on 99 for the set.
Give that man some red balloons. He's looking for 99. He doesn't want his Ali Pali P45 yet.
96. Simon, you require 99.
That is a good lead from Scutt to leave 89 to make it 2-2 in the third set. But Whitlock's got the 99. If he gets it, he wins the set. That's a small 19, top of the board. Doesn't get tops. He's drastically low.
59.
Well, this feels like a pivotal moment, doesn't it? 89 for Scutt to level, to break back. Then he'll be throwing for the set if he gets it. If he misses, Whitlock comes back with 3 darts in hand. Treble 19 found. Again, he moves across the hockey in line with double 16. And that is a real sniper shot from Scutt. Simon Whitlock's disappointment is not hidden by that bushy beard. He now has to hope that Connor Scutt falters in this leg, otherwise it will be 3-0.
That was not a gut punch from Scutt. That was a Russian leg sweep. That was an incredible shot and so coolly done. He's got the darts in what could be the last leg of this match, and if Scutt wins it in first round matches in the World Championship in his career, he'll be 9-0 up, which is simply ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely remarkable.
He's only won 1 set in the next round though. He's got to fix that, but that is a tomorrow problem.
And another double session of darts on talkSPORT 2 tomorrow. Are we coming to the end of the evening, or has Simon Whitlock got a little bit more in the tank? Finds a treble 20, finds a treble 17. The 131 gets him down to 310, meaning a 140 would leave a finish on his next shot.
Are you trying to set something up here? A possible 170 to win the set. He needs the 140 first.
I had a 167, why not?
Over to you, Simon. 60. 1 dart at a time, and he needs a 60 to leave the 170.
100.
Doesn't get it. Scutt's got 6.
I think he thought it was in. He kind of celebrated it and then looked in confusion as the referee, Charlie Corsafine, called out 100. Only 2 singles for Scutt. Good cover, though, down to the 19. So he's on a finish. He will get a shot for this set.
The 2-ton plus checkouts in this match end in 7. 117 for Scutt, 167 for Whitlock, and Scutt has 107 to win the whole thing.
Is it going to be lucky number 7 for Connor Scutt? Deciding leg, 107, single 19, 88 remaining, treble 16, tees up tops. 67. It's over the top. One last chance for the Wizard.
Simon, you require
if he hits this 116, he will react, and 3,500 darts fans will react, because it means they will get more darts. They do not want to go home, and neither does Whitlock. 57, 76 scored. 1 more dart to save his World Championship. Double top for the Wizard. Incoming right now.
76.
Way over the top. That's in the Milky Way.
Oh, and it looked like it was going to be classic Simon Whitlock, because with pandemonium behind him, it was steely focused on the board. Scutt misses tops, comes back for a third match dart, goes inside on double 10, double 5 now, and I think it crashed into the flight. Whitlock off the hook.
Simon, you require 40.
There's life in this match yet. There's life in Simon Whitlock's World Championship career, and he's literally gesturing to calm himself down.
He doesn't do that. He's massaging his inner Dimitri Vandenberg, and he's on tops. Misses it low. He's got 10s for the set. One last shot at 10s. Pandemonium ensues, because there's more to come on talkSPORT 2, courtesy of that Whitlock third set win. It's now Scutt 2, Whitlock 1. What happens next? We do not know.
Yeah, and he went from calm to rather animated there. Simon Whitlock punched the air, the ponytail did a full circular motion behind him as he celebrated that moment.
Oh, it's so funny, this game. It's got so much to offer.
43.
And if the treble 20 had a white flag, it'd be waving it. You should see the state of this thing. Scutt doesn't mind, he wants to add to the damage.
100.
Yeah, I don't know what colour Seisel bleeds, but I think we're about to find out. And the crowd are all getting behind Simon Whitlock. Now, this is interesting because I kind of alluded to it earlier, Paul. It felt like Conor Scutt just needed to win in a sprint, and all his first round appearances before have been done in that fashion. Now he's getting questions asked, but he's got some answers.
For someone who loves to practice more than anybody on the tour, I don't think he's going to mind playing a little bit more as long as he wins. Whitlock 3.58, that's coming down rather quickly. 140 for him.
He's enjoying this. The crowd are willing him on here, Simon Whitlock. He might be approaching it in the way that you framed it at the start, like, well, this could be my last time. Yeah. I am going to leave nothing on that stage.
I know the word legend is overused in this sport. I'm going to use another word to describe Simon Whitlock. Icon. That's what he is.
And right now he's thinking, I can.
58.
58 leaves 160. Conor Scutt needs 164. He's not going to take it out. Whitlock's already taken out a bigger shot than this.
38. Simon, you require 160.
The 167 was a beauty. If he takes out the 160 here, we're not going to find out. That's a small one start. There's too many of those darts in the arsenal right now. He's having to recover too many times. He leaves 120. Scutt's on 126. Small 19 start. Doesn't get the 57 thereafter.
58.
This is turning into a slugfest.
Wow, 120 for Whitlock. It should be treble 20, single 20 tops, but who knows with the Wizard. He's got the single. Treble now, only one way to go. Can't find it. 68 for Scutt when he returns.
I'm surprised that Wizard
100.
didn't step across and try and use the angle on the 60 there. He got it eventually to leave double 10, but Scutt's got 68 for the first leg in set 4. Looking at tops with 1.
28.
Just above. This crowd is weird, honestly. They're cheering the Australian. We're in England, and the Englishman is getting booed.
How can you not love Simon Whitlock? They adore him tonight. Double 10 is the target, and he finds it. Much to the delight of 3,500 Ali Pali pilgrims.
Ali Pali pilgrims, that's going to catch on. I thought it was Ashes season. The English are supposed to support their own.
Oh, this is Simon Whitlock rising from the darting ashes, isn't it? Somehow he's fought his way back into this game. Conor Scutt could have put him away. Match darts went begging at the end of that previous set.
I'm glad you mentioned just over 10 years ago, by the way, because in 2012 he lost in the semis to Andy Hamilton by the odd set. The following year he lost out to Raymond van Barneveld in the quarters, and then he lost to Peter Wright in the semis in 2014 at the start of this decade. What a run that was.
Yeah, and I think that semi-defeat to Andy Hamilton was the biggest bruiser. He was in control of that match. It kind of got overshadowed by the one that followed. Memorable match between James Wade and Adrian Lewis, the eventual champ. A 180 from Scutt that leaves him 170.
We haven't had a 9 in this game, but we have had 9 180s, and Scutt is on a darting albatross, 350 and 6. Now, Whitlock can't equalise with another treble 19 to leave 170. Scutt's not going to take it. Small 20 start, but he could leave 36. That's what he does with 619s. A beautiful, beautiful shot.
Whitlock will look to apply the pressure. He has the darts in this set. That's all he has to worry about. But he is going to put the pressure on. Maximum from the Aussie. Does it affect Conor Scutt?
Hasn't been hitting doubles lately. He's missing them high and low. Double 9.
18.
Oh my word, what is happening in this match, Murph?
Big momentum shift now. Simon Whitlock's got a little faint smile on his face.
He's thinking he can do this now.
Oh, of course he is. He's believing. Double 16 missed, double 8. Misses that as well. Does Conor Scutt split? Does he go for the double 9? Where's his head at?
Go for it. Needs to hit it with dart 2 or 3. Dart 2 will do. It's 1-1 in the 4th.
Well, that was a free hit for Whitlock. Didn't take it, but he does have the darts in this next leg. 1-1 in set 4. Conor Scutt leading Simon Whitlock by 2 sets to 1, having missed 4 match darts to win it 3-0.
He's starting to sing his name, and he's loving this experience. You're right, the previous leg was a free hit, considering the situation he was in, but when he lost the leg, he felt the pain of it. 140 start for Whitlock, ton start for Scutt. Things are getting interesting, and they have been for the last 20 minutes because Scutt missed darts for the match to win 3-0, and that seems like a long time ago.
125.
First 2 darts in the treble 20 for Whitlock. The third one went flying, but he's on 236 after half a dozen. Scutt's in the gravy himself,
180.
and he just now edges the maximum count, 6-5 in his favour.
We're going late for the second night in a row, and we don't mind.
96.
We love it, in fact. Whitlock 236 comes down to 140. Guaranteed shot. What does Scutt leave from 221? Very intelligent.
105.
Use the 25 at the end to leave 116. The ball is no longer in play.
Yeah, we certainly don't mind at all, Paul. If you have chosen talkSPORT 2 as your bedtime listening, then don't be expecting to get to sleep anytime soon. 60 for Whitlock
60.
from the 140. Now Connor Scutt could
160.
turn the set in his favour here. 116.
Needs a 57 for tops, and he doesn't get the 57. It's cascaded into the small
82.
3. He does find a treble 20 at the end
80.
to leave 34. Interesting choice. Whitlock on 80. Where's he going? How high? Single 20. Needs another. Got it. Tops after the step to the left. Monstrous. Listen to that. It's talkSPORT 2. It's the last game of the day, and we're not done yet.
Well, we're loving it. Simon Whitlock's loving it. Maybe the only person that's not right now is Connor Scutt, who felt he had control of the game. Could have won the game. Squandered match darts to do so. Now, although he's 2 sets to 1 up, he's 2 legs to 1 behind in set 4. This again is a free hit for Whitlock. Scutt has the darts. And after that start, Whitlock may as well think about reserving his energy for the decider.
I think we're starting to reach that point of the tournament, Murph, where we can officially say,
82.
pass the ginger shots, because we all need a little bit of lubrication for the throw. We don't mind. Whitlock needs 1 more leg to make it 2 sets all in a race to 3.
49.
He can't afford erratic visits like that, though, because he's just inviting Scutt back into the set.
Yeah, he's been in and out, Simon Whitlock. His purple patches
90.
have been infrequent and haven't lasted long, but it has been good enough to get him into this position. Very unlikely he wins this leg, but he does have the darts in the set decider.
This is better. Great first start, trying to pound in another into the 60. My word, that was so aggressive, that shot. He throws it so hard. 270 left, a ton to leave a finish.
100.
But Scutt's already on 1. 130.
Well, we've been talking in this big fish magic moment from Whitlock, haven't we? If he scores 100 here, he'll be on it. And he's got a treble 20. And he has scored a ton. If Connor Scutt doesn't reel in what's known as a little fish, the 130, then Whitlock gets a go.
Little one's on though, 60 hit. And another double 5 for 2-2 in the 4th. I don't see a little fish on the hook, but I see a big one, possibly.
Well, some things are written, surely. Is this in the stars for Simon Whitlock, who used to conjure up this kind of magic regularly on this stage? Can't do it here.
Yeah, but this double 5 for Scutt is not a guarantee. He's already missed it for the match, and he's going to split it instead. Single 2 for double 4, and that's fine. Listen to the reaction. Muted. He's now within 1 leg of winning this game again, but Whitlock has the darts to take us all the way.
He's getting some encouragement from the front row there, and he's appreciating it, but that's about all he's getting, Connor Scutt. Everybody else behind Simon Whitlock, who...
101.
Well, he'll be okay with that 101. The last start was the wrong side of the treble 19, while he went in the treble 7.
You would rather have treble 7 than single 19. Makes things easier for down the track.
135.
Connor Scutt outscores him with a 135, so 400 Whitlock, 366 Scutt after the first visit.
Here to get sentimental, this could be Simon Whitlock's last leg on the Ali Palace stage. We do not want it to be.
Well, he's determined to make sure it's not. Down to 263 after his first 6 starts. Scutt in the treble 20 with the second, wasn't with the first or third. Nothing between them, 3 points in fact. Simon Whitlock trying to force a deciding set here on talkSPORT 2. Darting drama late into the night.
Needs a treble 18, he gets it and leaves a 170 again. You might be onto something, Murph. What if he hits it for the set at 2-2?
It's got to happen. It has to happen. But it doesn't have to happen here, because that 44 score from Scutt means Whitlock's got 6 starts at this.
More drama, but we still want the 170. We could get it, you know. There's 160. He's got another one. Simon. Abracadabra. Simon Whitlock. Please deliver a bullseye to win the set to take it to 2-2.
145.
But he went for it. He didn't have to go for it. Hit the 25. Connor Scutt looking to apply pressure now.
Now he's under pressure, isn't he? Scutt's left 117. But if Whitlock takes 25, he's won the last 2 sets, and Scutt is under huge, huge pressure in a final set. Double 8 for Whitlock. Double 4. He's only gone and done it. We are going to a last set decider. Late night darts on talkSPORT 2. Do not go anywhere. We are now officially your Monday night sleep story.
91.
Well, this is incredible excitement. The drama that we've had today has been building and building and building, and this is a fitting finale to what's been
96.
an absolutely brilliant day of darts across both sessions, actually.
We thought that the best game of the day was Dirk van Duijvenbode against Andy Bartons. At this point of that game, we were breathless and we were in for more drama, and Dirk had enough in the tank. This is a whole different 5-setter, because Scutt was cruising. He could have won this 3-0. And now Whitlock is back to try and turn the tables on what happened 10 years ago. He won't say it, but he probably believes in karma. That Ricky Evans games sit deep in his memory. He wants to put it right tonight by doing it himself.
And here he goes. The 140 for Whitlock, knocked down to a finish. Connor Scutt is. He's trying to keep calm here. Wayward dart into the treble 5. Can't recover either.
Listen to the crowd. You can barely hear a thing in this place. It's well past 11 o'clock on a Monday night. Everybody's enthralled. 185 for Whitlock. 105 down to 80. There's 1 point between them in the whole game.
Treble 19 found, double 12 for Scutt. He's having trouble hitting doubles at the moment. And now he's hit the wrong double and bust his score. That's a darting disaster for Connor Scutt. Simon Whitlock poised to break.
He hasn't led the match at any point.
He
now
might be about to.
In the last set, he might have the lead.
And again, he's trying to calm himself down. He's gone for tops. He's hit a single, another single. It's 1 dart, a double top for Simon Whitlock to lead for the first time. Can't quite do it, but Connor Scutt, due to the error, is back on 81.
Usually when this happens, the dart player goes and hits it. Single 19, 62 left. Needs the bull for the 81. He's way above the double target again. The bullseye was nowhere near his dart. He's hit single 20 to leave 30. Whitlock, the last time he hit double 10, he hit it near double 6, right at the top. That will be his aim point again.
Here we go then. Right on the wire, dead central. Uses the guide, takes the lead. Simon Whitlock, where has this come from? Connor Scutt had total control of this contest. He passed up 4 match darts to win it 3-0. Now he's behind in the match for the first time, 2-2 in sets. Simon Whitlock a leg to the good, and it was a breaker throw.
It certainly was. There's never a bad time to break the throw, but there's never a bad time for the next 5 words. Do you believe in magic? Because this is magic.
96.
Well, different type of match, different atmosphere, but I always hark back to that really watchable pairs game, which was involving the man sat alongside me tonight against the Belgian brothers,
84.
Ronnie and Kim Huybrechts. And I have to say, you and Kim were causing a potential distraction for Simon
96.
Whitlock and Ronnie Huybrechts, but Simon just stayed so focused, and that's what he's trying to do tonight, in amongst all the revelry.
Very well put indeed. Treble 20, but it flopped down. I'm not surprised, Simon. You've destroyed the treble 20 tonight with your points. He's got 121. And he's on 255, and Scutt is now officially in trouble. He needs to hit back. Treble 19s are plenty. He's got 2 of them in a bull from 309. That's beautifully done to leave 145.
Whitlock needs to respond now here. Connor Scutt's not going to roll over, that's for certain, and there is no response. Needs the treble 20. Can't get it. So Scutt earned himself 6 starts to cancel out the break. Treble 19. Was looking for the treble 16, doesn't matter, can just set it up now.
89.
I think he's found a friend in the treble 19 now. The doubles have not been great for Scutt over the last couple of sets. And his shooting up top has wilted a little bit, and he might need a fresh target, and that 57 might be his best friend.
42.
Doesn't have to be here, he's on 56 to make it 1-1 in the final set. It'll be 16 for tops.
Takes a nosedive underneath tops, double 10. Connor Scutt cancels out the break.
Do you remember earlier on when Scutt was smiling from ear to ear and singing Angels by Robbie Williams? He's not singing anymore. His look is one of ferocity, one of, please don't let this be my story in 2025 or the 2026 championship, because we're still in 2025 for a couple of weeks. So much more drama to go before we even get to Christmas. 4-4-4 for Scutt.
60.
Final set. Third leg. Whitlock. Trebleless also. He's on 4-4-1.
Connor Scutt.
43.
Only 43.
Sometimes we all just need to take a breath and realise where we are.
Well, the thing is, it gets to this point, and you just think, how can they hit anything? How can they hit anything?
It's amazing the zone that you find yourself in. I've been in a couple of really long games on this stage.
134.
About 2 hours of it. And you become numb to everything, and you just give everything you have. Whitlock on 3-4-5, can't leave a finish, but a 140 helps. Gets him to 205. Scutt on 267, needs a ton or more to get to a finish first. He's got the more already, and he's got a dart left.
140 then for Connor Scutt, down to 127. Whitlock on 205, trying to keep himself visible in the rear view mirror of Scutt in this leg. Maybe, just maybe, should have gone to the ball with the last start. 105.
Try to be aggressive. 127 for Scutt. He's got double 8 for the combo. It ends in a 7. And that leg ends with a W next to Scott's name. Now he is again 1 leg away from victory.
Well, he's picked himself up off the canvas here. Simon Whitlock, like Rocky Balboa, has come back, swinging punch after punch. Is it one last dance for the Australian icon? Has Connor Scutt, the young whippersnapper, finally rediscovered his form just in the nick of time?
Now this is why Connor Scutt does all that practice. But Whitlock's not done yet.
180's exchanged. An Ali Pally rally here on talkSPORT 2.
Oh,
another one. It's on. The 9-darter is on.
You can't end a day with a 9. You can't end a game with a 9. It's not Willie Borland all over again, is it?
Well, it was Simon Whitlock who was supposed to experience the magic, but it's Connor Scutt looking at it here. He gets the treble 19. Can't find the treble 20.
Well, that's that done. So he's not hitting the 9, but what he has done is leave 56 after 9 for the match. Whitlock is clinging on by the hair on his chinny chin chin.
56 for Connor Scutt to bring an end to what has been an incredible encounter. Tops missed with the first start and the second. That is now 6 match starts missed by Connor Scutt. Whitlock steps in, he needs 120. Paul Nicholson, can he do it?
Let's see, 20 here, no 60. He can't do it.
60.
He needs more mistakes from Scutt, which are unlikely. Scutt gets his chance to win.
Another match start goes begging, he's splitting, doesn't want to go for double 5, double 4, and he's found a way! He's found a way to beat the Wizard, who showed darting defiance in bucket loads in that game. But Connor Scutt in the end, held his nerve to get the victory. Boy, what a match. A breathless game of darts to bring an end.
He went out with a fight right there. Whitlock gave everything he had. He should be so proud of himself. But you've got to give a lot of credit to Connor Scutt. He's never lost a first game here at Ali Pali. That definitely helped him tonight in his confidence, reveling in what has been an amazing
round or a second match at Ali Pali for the first time in 3 years. He beat Andy Bartons in, well, a match that was the best match of the night. It's just been eclipsed, but Dirk should be very, very happy.
I'm going to say that that game was just as good as the last one. It was pretty much on a par. We've been treated to be in the box for both of them, Murph. But I think Dirk, when the dust settles, should be extremely proud of how he was able to fend off a very, very good version of Andy Bartons tonight.
Johnny Clayton eased past Adam Lipscomb, and you've just heard a thrilling final match of the evening between Connor Scutt and Simon Whitlock. A quick look ahead to tomorrow, Paul, just picking out some key fixtures. Chris Dobie against Sao Cheng Zong in the afternoon. Dobie very good here at Ali Pali, but I'm quite interested in the second match of the evening. Danny Noppert, who's been in excellent form all year, but Jurjen van der Velde is a player to watch in an all-Dutch affair.
Yeah, he is, because Jurjen was able to take out Damon Hedder at the Grand Slam recently, so you shouldn't take that young man for granted. And when you're from the same country as him, you'll know plenty about him. So Danny, who doesn't have a great record here at the Palace, he knows he's going to have to get off to a fabulous start, otherwise Jurjen might have the crowd.
Yeah, and we've got one of the big guns in action as well. Gerwin Price takes on Adam Gavlas here tomorrow. We will be back from 12:30 tomorrow on talkSPORT 2 and the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. But next on talkSPORT 2, it's EFL All Access with Hugh Woozencroft. From Ali Pali, from me, Chris Murphy, Paul Nicholson, Chris Mason and Mark Wilson. It's been a fabulous night of darts. Join us again tomorrow.
Thanks, Will. Take it easy, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.